Hello, my name is Cory McCray. I represent East and Northeast Baltimore in the Maryland State Senate, District 45. And let me be clear, I am City Schools. Each and every one of my elementary school teachers had a significant impact. I can remember my mom didn't have the resources, the daycare, the child care to be able to send me to kindergarten. So I did not go to kindergarten. And I can remember Miss Ladd working with me extra to make sure that not only did I move away from the class that I was initiated in, but also accelerate into the top tier class in first grade. And she did an immense amount of work, but I'm forever thankful for her leadership, her insight, but more importantly, seeing and believing in me. Unfortunately, as you transition to middle school, a lot of times our young scholars are trying to find themselves, and I found myself in that same exact situation. So I went to a couple middle schools. I went to West Baltimore Middle, we called it Rognel. I then went to Chinquapin Middle. I then went to Winston Middle. I then did 4 months over at Edmondson High School, did a year and a half at Northern, and right here where we're sitting at, I graduated from Fairmount-Harford Institute. We called it the 2. Like a lot of young folks, I just didn't know what was next. I was also scared about what was next. Luckily, I was able to find the IBEW electrical program apprenticeship. It took me from the 4 blocks that I was so used to, that I had only known of, and it then just spread my environment from that standpoint so that I can see the board a lot more clear. Then became an entrepreneur. I've been purchasing homes up and down one of the main corridors in my neighborhood, Bel Air Road, since I was 20 years of age. I also got my training wheels in the Maryland House of Delegates and find myself serving in my 2nd term in the Maryland State Senate. And let me be clear, it is a proud privilege, a humble honor to be able to do so for the city that poured so much into me, for the city that helped me get through and navigate my K-12 system. It's my responsibility to make sure that I reach my hand back and pay it forward. So when I was young, the thing that I would chase was money. And I realized that money is not everything. At the end of the day, I'd figured out how to be successful, and there were a number of my peers when I looked to my left and looked to my right, unfortunately, that did not cross the same finish line that I did. The true measure of success is not Cory McCray getting across the finish line, but how many people can I bring along with me? And one of the things that I realized is that the more that I pour into others, it comes back to me twofold. So folks will ask the question, why am I successful? I'm successful because I continuously think about how do I scale impact, but more importantly, how do I add value to others? City Schools means a lot to me because first, I'm born and raised in this city, and I think about each and every young scholar. I think about the 4 young scholars that I have in my household, but at the end of the day, I think about how can we provide the most rigorous academic experience for each and every one of our young scholars. The time that we spend on this earth is a gift, and it's very short. And the question that I ask myself each and every day, am I moving fast enough? How am I scaling impact? But more importantly, how do I add value to others? My name is Cory McCray. I represent East and Northeast Baltimore in the Maryland State Senate, District 45. And let me be clear, I am City Schools.